Yavuz Sultan Selim used to spend his nights mostly reading books. He slept very little. He would often have me read to him, and he himself was well versed in history. On one occasion, after several sleepless nights of reading, I too succumbed to fatigue and fell asleep. The Sultan had also managed to get some rest that night. When I rushed to attend to him after the morning prayer, he asked, "Why didn't I see you last night? What were you doing?" I apologized, saying, "I missed your service last night due to being overtaken by heedlessness after several sleepless nights." "Very well. What dream did you have?" he inquired. "I didn't have a memorable dream that night," I replied. "What is this talk? Spend such long nights only in sleep and not even dream. You must have dreamt something. Tell me, don't hide it from me," he insisted. No matter how much I thought, I couldn't remember. I didn't see anything remarkable that could be recounted, I swore. They shook their blessed heads in amazement and pondered. I too wondered why he insisted so much. After a while, he sent me to the section where the chief doorkeeper was located for a certain task. When I arrived, I saw that the head of the treasury, Mehmed Aga, the deputy chamberlain, Osman Aga, and the palace chamberlain, Hassan Aga, were all sitting together. Hassan Aga, who was usually pious and righteous, had a different look on his face that day. Tears were flowing from his eyes, and when I saw this, I thought someone close to him might have passed away. I asked him, "Honorable Aga, your heart seems sorrowful, and your eyes appear teary. What is the reason?" "No, there is nothing," he said, concealing his distress from me. But the head of the treasury, Mehmed Aga, explained, "Our brother Aga had a strange dream last night, and he is currently affected by it." I said, "May Allah grant goodness. Tell me too, since our illustrious Sultan admonished me, saying, 'You must have dreamt something tonight.' Why aren't you saying?" "I have been curious. Whatever you saw, tell us." We continued to insist, and his embarrassment increased. Finally, the head of the treasury, Mehmed Aga, said, "Why aren't you telling? You previously mentioned that you were duty-bound to speak. Wouldn't concealing it now be treachery?" He was forced to reveal his secret, saying, "In my dream last night, I heard someone hastily knocking on this door where we are sitting. I went forward to see what was happening. I saw that the door was slightly ajar, enough to see outside, but a person couldn't fit through. I looked to see what was happening, and there were people with flags and weapons strapped to them. They were ready for war. 4 radiant individuals, each holding a banner, stood near the door. They said to me, 'Do you know why we have come?' I replied, 'Please tell me.' They said, 'This large crowd you see is the companions of the Prophet. He sent us. Send for Selim Khan immediately. From today onwards, the service of the holy places, Mecca and Medina, has been entrusted to him.' The 4 individuals you see are Abu Bakr Siddiq, Umar ibn al-Khattab, Uthman Ghani, and I am Ali ibn Abi Talib. Go and inform Selim Khan on my behalf." Then they disappeared. I was overcome with terror, and I lost control of myself. I must have stayed lying down until morning. The servants, trying to wake me up for the pre-dawn prayer, assumed that my illness had caused me to oversleep. They brought clean clothes to change me. They woke me up by washing me. The world felt narrow to me. When I regained my senses, I hastily got up. I prayed, even though it was difficult to catch up. However, the amazement and bewilderment did not leave me. After narrating what happened, he began crying again. Upon completing the task assigned by the Sultan, I returned. When I appeared before the Sultan, he once again brought up the dream and said, "It seems strange to me that you could sleep all night in such circumstances and not see anything." I replied, "My Sultan, if this servant Hassan did not see the dream, Hassan Aga, who is the palace chamberlain, must have seen it. If you permit, I can report it." "Tell me, "Let me hear it," he commanded. As I recounted what I had heard, their blessed faces began to blush, and they humbly said, "Don't we always say to you, we have not moved unless we were duty-bound to a certain direction? Our ancestors were possessors of miracles, but we are not like them." After this dream incident, Yavuz Sultan Selim embarked on a campaign and, upon his return from the Egypt campaign in 1507, he assumed the Caliphate title left to him by Caliph al-Mutawakkil al-Allah in Istanbul.